I'm delighted to be joined by Andrew Shaw, who of course is our senior handicapper in Ireland. And Andrew, it's your first year, your inaugural year, plotting the weights for the BoyleSports Irish Grand National. How has it been for you?
It's been an excellent race to be able to weight. It's probably the best renewal I'd say we've had for years. We've the top 5 horses in the race all ran in the Cheltenham Gold Cup this year. That's the kind of standard that's been set. And you also have a Thyestes winner in the race, you have a Triton winner in the race. And if you look at the forfeits this week for both the Irish National and the Aintree National, the top 3 horses in the Irish National are rated higher than the top weight in the Aintree National. So that just shows you the quality and the strength and depth that's there with the BoyleSports National this year.
And we're having a look at it, Andrew, in relation to last year's bottom weight that got in was 136. What would you envisage being that last runner to get in to this year's renewal of the BoyleSports Irish Grand National?
Yeah, I would say the bottom weight will possibly it'll be around the 140 mark, I would say. Now, having said that as well, in 2015 and 2016, the bottom weight was 122. So it just goes to show what BoyleSports have done for the race. The sponsorship has brought that level up a stone, and we now have some of the best horses in Ireland competing in the race.
Well, let's have a look at it and some of these best horses in Ireland. Bell's Hill, I thought, was very impressive, winning the Bobby Joe at Fairyhouse. Folsom Blue won the BoyleSports Trial at Punchestown. Monbeg Notorious was a Thyestes winner. We have a Tri-Town winner in there as well. Just so much strength and depth. But as you're the man allocating the weights, which type of horses have caught your eye?
Well, the ones that caught my eye, I did mention Bell's Hill to you before actually, but because he's gotten an £8 penalty and they don't have penalties for the Aintree National, he will probably run there. But the horses that catch my eye here are the likes of Maldini, a horse who finished second at Cheltenham, who went up £7 as a result of that, but doesn't carry that in the Irish National. So he's basically £7 well in. And another horse there, Annabelle Fly, who went up £9 for an excellent run in the Gold Cup where he was third. But he doesn't have to carry that £9 extra. It's the horses like that I'd be looking at. The winners over there, the likes of the Storyteller, will have to carry a penalty. But another horse, Monbeg Notorious, who's been kept for the race. The ground seems as though it'll probably suit him. Yeah. He's improving all the time. He's a graded winner since he won the Thyestes. So I'd say he's a horse with a very strong chance.
And a horse I must ask you about, hopefully will be the mount of our BoyleSports ambassador, Robbie Puppy Power, is Jury Duty. The ground went completely against him at Cheltenham. Now maybe we'll have similar ground at Fairyhouse, but would he be a horse off such a low weight that might come into consideration should the ground dry out a little?
I would say so. He'd be an ideal horse for the race. I thought he might go straight to the BoyleSports National because I thought he was reasonably well treated, that there was a lot of potential there. But when Shattered Love came out and won at Cheltenham, that was a big pointer towards Jury Duty because it had raced against Jury Duty at Leopardstown, performed very well. Shattered Love has now gone up £10 in the meantime, but Jury Duty stays as he was that day. So it's certainly, yes, if the ground stays or if it dries out, it would certainly have an excellent chance, I would say.
Tell me a little bit about your dad. He rode in the race many years ago.
Yes, my dad rode in the race 3 times actually, and it was 70 years ago this year he actually rode in the Irish National, and he fell and broke his collarbone. So he always told us about that, a horse called Wandering Wolf. But yeah, he had the pleasure of riding in it 3 times. And
if I had to pin your colours to the mast right now, who would you say will be the winner of the 2018 BoyleSports Irish Grand National?
I think I'd have to go with Maldini. Being a handicapper, he is £7 well in. Now Annabelle Fly is £9 well in, but he's near the top of the weights, and I just think that Maldini is possibly the horse for it.